be the last one standing. Two hands in the air, I'm a champion. You'll be looking up at me when it's over. I live for the battle, I'm a soldier. Yeah, I'm a fighter like Rocky. Put your flag on your back like Ali. Yeah, I'm the greatest, I'm stronger. Bet my dues, can't lose, I'ma own ya. Hey, I've been working my whole life, and now it's do or die. I am invincible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the champion. When they write my story, they're gonna say that I did it for the glory. But don't think that I did it for the fame, yeah. I did it for the love of the game, yeah. And this is my chance I'm taking. All them old records I'm breaking. All you people watching on the TV, you go ahead and put your bets on me. Hey, I've been waiting my whole life to see my name in lights. I am invincible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the
Born champion. The C is for the courage I possess through the drama. H is for the hurt, but it's all for the honor. A is for my attitude, working through the patience. Money comes and goes, so the M is for motivation. Gotta stay consistent, the P is to persevere. The I is for integrity, innovative career. The O is optimistic, open and never shut. And the N is necessary, cause I'm never giving up. See, they ask me how I did it, I just did it from the heart. Crushing the competition, been doing it from the start. They say that every champion is all about his principles. Carry.
I am invincible, unbreakable, unstoppable, unshakable. They knock me down, I get up again. I am the champion. You don't know my name, you can't hurt me now. I can't feel the pain. I was made for this, yeah, I was born to win. I am the champion.
Yeah. Surpassed all rivals. It's all about who wants it the most. Fight for what we believe in. That's what champions are made of. Yeah. Champion.
EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
It is arguably the biggest game on planet Earth. And now this grand game enters its 6th decade. We welcome you to Santa Clara and Levi's Stadium for Super Bowl 60. Tonight, gentlemen, we've got a good one coming your way. It's the AFC champion Denver Broncos and the champions of the NFC, the Los Angeles Rams. Wherever you are, welcome to America's great sports day. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Super Bowl Sunday, 195 different countries know all about it. They're watching Greg, and for the players, this moment, they've built so much, and now it's here, a chance to take the field in the biggest football game.
All week from every team leading up to the Super Bowl. For the players that have been here before, there's such an advantage. You know what to expect. You know what pregame feels like. You know how to handle the emotions leading up to it. But for the new players, the new coaches, no matter how much you tell them, there's still an element of uncertainty that really doesn't hit you until that ball is kicked off. So who handles it better? Who's more prepared for this stage? We're a couple minutes from finding out, and man, I think we are in for a great game.
After all the hype, it's finally time for football. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and off we go on EA Sports. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. They'll be led by their quarterback, the veteran out of Auburn. It is Jarrett Stidham.
You ask any player that's played in the Super Bowl, Mike, and they'll tell you the hardest part is everything up until kickoff. The best part is once that ball is kicked off, it finally feels normal again, and that's what these players are going through. They've been waiting for this moment. It feels like it's taken forever, but here we go. Who's going to go out and put together the best game at the right moment and come away Super Bowl champs?
And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line. They'll gain 17 on that one. A very quick first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. How about this sequence to start the drive? Back-to-back good gains, 19 for this one.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
Throwing on second down, Stidham. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
They'll go with the sneak, and he will have a Broncos first down. At least at first glance, they'll spot the football just beyond the marker, and they convert on 3rd and inches.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
And they'll move it down to the 11-yard line. He's out of bounds there. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Denver first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver?
And he's in! R.J. Harden. Touchdown Broncos. The first touchdown of Super Bowl 60.
Well, after 2 weeks of anticipation, 2 weeks of scrutiny, I'm not sure if you can start a Super Bowl game any better than we just saw here, Mike. I mean, to take that ball down methodically, play after play, and end up with a touchdown, it just allows you to settle into the game, settle your entire sideline, and take a deep breath. Now it's up to the defense to go out there and try to get a stop, and you just can't start a Super Bowl any better than that.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Broncos are off and running here in the Super Bowl. They lead 7-0. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams once again led by Matthew Stafford at quarterback. First 12 years with Detroit, his 5th year with the Rams, including a Super Bowl championship, winning Super Bowl 56. The #1 overall pick all the way back in 2009.
After talking to him the other day, it seems like he's really embracing this moment, Mike. I mean, he said something along the lines of playing with the pressure that comes with the playoffs is a privilege, and I couldn't agree more. Not everyone gets the opportunity to play on this stage. So when you have these types of moments, you really have to take advantage of them and just go for it. If the rest of the team can match that mindset, I think they got a good shot today to leave with a win.
We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. On first down, right back to Williams. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. He's give him 10 more on that one. And another first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
2nd and inches. Here's a handoff to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
That's a heck of a stop there defensively, Mike. 2nd and inches, you're thinking the first down is pretty much a formality. But not for this defense. They pack it in tight. They sell out on the run. And they're going to force this team to snap it again on 3rd down.
They'll run the sneak. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I don't want to take anything away from the quarterback here, Mike. He did a nice job picking up that first down. But this play is won or lost by the big guys up front. They're the ones who need to get off the snap on time, get leverage on the defender, and create the space needed for the quarterback to pick up the first down.
The motion man is Nakua. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down.
36-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
You know, so they don't connect here, Mike, but I kind of like the early message because now as a defense, they have to understand that even if we have this guy covered, one of the best players in the entire league, this quarterback's going to continue to give him a chance at the ball. So not only do we have to cover him, we have to contest and make a play on every throw.
And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
First down, Los Angeles.
It's just been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Without question, something you never want to see, especially here on Super Bowl Sunday. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll throw complete to Blake Corum. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be first and goal after a pickup of 21.
And this has been a really nice answer so far to this game, Mike. I mean, you watch your opponent take the initial drive and go right down the field and score. And what are you going to do in response? What are you going to do when you get that ball back?
And he will get into the end zone. Tyler Higbee. Touchdown, Rams.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
The extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good. And the Rams come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. Now an opening has the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. The Broncos offense ready to possess the football for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Now the former Ohio State Buckeye. Here's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of 1 brings up third down and 9.
Third down and 9. Around a shotgun. It's Stidham. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
On fourth down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt for Denver. Xavier Smith is deep for L.A. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their second possession. They'll do so with first and 10. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but Really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Stafford now on third down. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag comes in. That might make this a first down.
Automatic first down.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. John Franklin Myers there on the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down and 8. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. He'll push forward for about a yard. P.J. Locke up to make the tackle.
2-yard gain on the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
This is 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. Stafford on target to Puka. And the Rams have a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
And he'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Stafford now to throw on first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out to the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Stafford going to give it to Corum. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
He gets it. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Broncos have it. After a spirited first quarter here in Super Bowl 60, all even on the scoreboard. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the second quarter as they are set to start the drive with 1st and 10. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Got it into the hands of Mims. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Harvey. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
On 3rd down, it's Stidham. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
This is taken at the 25. Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Cora. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Alex Singleton on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. Play action, Stafford. As is caught left side, that's Parkinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
The motion man is Nakua. That's caught left side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, but they take it to the red zone inside the 20. A big play here in the big game. It's a gain of 49.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Going right back to Nakua, complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down. That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Line of scrimmage remains the 4-yard line. It's 2nd and goal. Throwing again is Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Cora.
Stafford's pass.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Line of scrimmage, the 3. 3rd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. That one, taken in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, LA.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Point after, coming up here.
For the extra point.
He's got it. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Broncos 7.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
44-yard line.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Draw play here for Harvey. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Shotgun draw, trying to catch him off guard here, Mike, but the defense was having none of it. Thought it took a little too long to develop. Gave that defense enough time to get back there. Stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10. Throwing is Stidham. Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. A ball deep for the end zone. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot. And now it is 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Puka Nacua and this Rams offense come back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Off the bootleg. in the pocket looking to throw the ball, but the defense was looking right at the ball. They knock it away and come up with the turnover.
Mike, we see so often a quarterback is so focused, keeping his eyes down the field, looking for one of his receivers to work himself free, that they lose track of where the defenders are, and I think that's exactly what happened here. The defender closed on him quicker than he might have thought, knocks the ball loose, creating the takeaway.
The Broncos offense and running back R.J. Harvey heading back to the field. They'll begin with the football in the red zone already as the defense has their back to the wall to start this drive. A run with Harvey. And he gave one man the slip and going to take this one forward. A pick up a 3.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Stidham. And he's going to be taken down back at the 20-yard line. Jarrett gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stidham. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes! Portland Sutton. Touchdown, Denver. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go, take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
The kick by Lutz is good. Broncos will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, this is Blake Corum. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to get back at it. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Corum to start the drive. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Singleton on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Corum. He looks forward for maybe a yard. That's Zach Allen there on the tackle.
By Zach Allen.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. They'll fake the handoff now. Stafford into space at the 45. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on third down.
First down, Rams.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and 5. Once again, it's Cora. And he'll get this to the 43-yard line. Alex Singleton, they're on the tackle.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning.
Ethan Evans in
So it's fourth down, punting time. Ethan Evans to do the honor. And back deep is Marvin Mims. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They'll start out first down and 10.
I see through your act and I still enjoy the show.
Handoff now for Harvey.
R.J. Harvey, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
They'll come up on a second down and 8. Here's Stidham. Off he goes. Can't beat those legs. 13-yard pickup. A scramble leads to a first down.
Yards on the play.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
41-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Stidham to throw. And that one's incomplete, but a late flag comes in.
That's interference.
Looked like he might have gotten there early.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Stidham. That's caught right side. It's Franklin. And they will get the first down here and move into field goal range inside the 25.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either way, you have the ball.
Oh, a loose football. And no turnover here. One of the guards able to get the football and get on it to keep possession. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now Stidham. This one complete to Sutton. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Third and long. Back to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And I think this is just a really good quarterback play. You understand you got 3 points in your pocket. Don't try to be a hero on 3rd down and make the perfect pass. Throw it away, and at the end, just come away with points on this drive.
A 46-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And he will not attempt a return, so this will come out now to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Stafford now on 1st down. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Now his timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
2nd and a yard. Working out of the gun, Stafford. This throw right side is caught by Adams. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Stafford. He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
These are the plays that when you look back, Mike, they ultimately decide the outcome of the game. There's no time left on the clock. All they're trying to do is take a shot into the end zone. You've got to get depth. You've got to have guys that can go up and high point and compete for the ball. And you've just got to knock this ball down and go into halftime.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. The kick is good, so add one more, and it will take a first half lead into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, Thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the second half. Could we have a finish to remember here in Santa Clara? Second half underway in Super Bowl 60. On the return, here comes Corum. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So we'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Corum. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
At the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, this is Corum. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Parkinson in motion. Stafford now on 3rd down. That one into the hands of Atwell. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
Los Angeles.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Look wide, get this one complete.
Stafford's pass complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 7. They put Adams in motion. Throw it on 3rd down, Stafford. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well.
A gain of 12, and the Rams 1st down.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets to the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the 1st down anyway.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Stafford. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down.
It's pretty well read there defensively. Anytime you throw these quick passes to the wide receivers, you're looking to pick your gain up after the catch. So let's give credit to the defense. Rally and tackle in space and keep that to a pretty modest gain.
Here's Stafford. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down. Punt team headed out for the Rams. They'll be looking for something a little better than that first effort, which he shanked. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Broncos offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. The trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Stidham. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
They'll go play action here with Stidham. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Now they'll set up the screen for Harvey. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll give it to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Gain of 2.
So 3rd and 2, sometimes it's not about being fancy. You don't need your back to be a hero. Make sure, no matter what, pick up the yards needed, convert that 1st down. Now, if there's an opportunity to pop it, great. But don't try to go for the home run and bring up 4th down.
That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete. Corey Franklin, the intended target. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down? That throwaway certainly isn't ideal in this situation, especially when you're trailing at this stage of the game, but no damage done. Move on to the next play.
So, after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Stidham. The throw over the middle, going to be caught by Franklin. A gain there of 20. 1st down, Broncos.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Yes, it's really well executed here, and you see this in so many offenses around the league, Mike. These slant routes are either built in or what they call hot routes or sight routes. The receiver sees the blitz, and they break the route off. It gives an easy target for the quarterback, and it gives great opportunity for run after catch.
Tackle made at the 16-yard second and 6.
It is second and 6. Right out of shotgun. It's Stidham. Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work. They separated the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down.
And 6 yards to go.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On third down, it's Stidham. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Jarrett Stidham. A gain of 9 yards. And the Broncos first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
Only a yard there. Tackle made at the 5. Here comes second and goal.
The tackle by Quinton Blake. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing is Stidham. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Jarrett Stidham, touchdown Broncos. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. On the return, here comes Corum. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. This drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll run, and that is Jarquez Hunter. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First down, Rams.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He's inside the 25. An electrifying run, bringing it all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play here in the big game. A gain of 48.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
The motion man is Nakua. Super Bowl.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rags have taken a 4-point advantage.
Broncos 24.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Late on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Throwing is Stidham. He connects with Mims. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air. Good for a Denver 1st down.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. Got a man over the middle. There's Sutton. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. A big play here in the big game. It's a gain of 34.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And the Broncos are going to be set up 1st and goal. Nice run, getting them down to the 6.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run game. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Ball right on the 5-yard line, second down and goal. On the bootleg, it's Stidham. No chance at all. He'll go down. Jarrett first. He gets in for another one, and that ties a Super Bowl record, his 3rd sack of the game.
What started out as a promising drive seemed inevitable, Mike, with the way they were able to continue to move the ball, that they'd find themselves finishing with points. But after that second down sack brings up 3rd and long, and this drive looks suddenly very different.
For the lead, here is 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Stidham. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here comes Will Lutz in a big spot. This to get back within a field goal. And this one right down the middle. It's good. And they inch a bit closer here in this 4th quarter.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So it is back to a 1-point game now in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. Their lead is just a point. They begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Man in motion is Smith. They try to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he'll get about 8 on that one, most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, a run with Hunter. And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. 2nd and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That's caught downfield by Smith. That one good for 26 yards.
Gain of 26 yards. 1st down, Rams.
a lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Stafford now on second down. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page. And that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend. You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
A first down throw for Stafford. Short throw pulled in by Parkinson. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, this quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
He'll turn this into a gain of about 4. It's going to lead to third down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for, and I think this is a nice physical gain here.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, LA. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Extra point attempt to come here.
For the extra point.
He's got it. And the Rams are going to open up the lead to 8.
Makes the score Rams 35, Broncos 27.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense and receiver Cortland Sutton ready to get going again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Stidham. The catch made there by Sutton. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
On the ground, this is Harvey. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Stidham to throw. Left side. That's complete. It's Sutton. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Harvey. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The Rams offense getting set to get back to work. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. To throw is Stafford. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass ball's incomplete.
And at this stage of the game, it's both teams that are really seeing who can make the big play to swing the game in their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
On second down, here's Stafford. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Taking a shot downfield for Smith. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. Third down stop sets up fourth down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a first and 10. Here's Stidham. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Jarrett first pushing his way in for a record 4th sack in this Super Bowl.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. Now Stidham. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the 4th, but they will turn it over on down. The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it. They're going to do that with excellent field position. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. We'll try the draw with Hunter. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with a 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Second and 11. The motion man is Nakua. Now a 2nd down throw for Stafford. Now a screen set up for Hunter. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adam. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down, Saluna. So on is the kicker, Harrison Mevis, in a big spot. This to make it a 2-possession lead. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. And that could be big. They now take a 2-score advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready for this next possession.
it's your birthday. We gon' party like it's your birthday. We gon' sip like it's your birthday. And you know we don't give a cause that's your birthday. You'll find me in the club. Full of mama, I got what you need. Give me the food. I'm gonna have it. Thing in the middle. So come give me a hug.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's complete on the tight end screen. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Stidham's pass. Complete to Troy Franklin. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
Here comes 2nd down. Ran a shotgun. It's Stidham. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
You know, we can sit up here all day long and critique the quarterback, and you can see his eyes aren't downfield. He's a little jittery in the pocket. But with the amount he's been sacked and hit today, Mike, I can't say I really blame him.
On 3rd down, it's Stidham. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Operating from the gun, it's Stidham. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. No easy completions. And this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
And the Rams have done it. They are your Super Bowl champions. So this, a well-deserved celebration down on the field. You know, Greg, it wasn't totally mistake-free, but about as solid a performance as you could hope to have on the big stage in the big game.
And to think about all the people that had their hand in this, Mike, of course, we see on the field the players, their ability to perform at such a high level goes without say, but then you think of the group around them, the coaching staff, their ability to game plan, and then the front office and the GM who put this roster together. Those are the efforts of a lot of people that went into this Super Bowl. To put all 3 phases together on the biggest stage and play at this level, I think when it's all said and done, we're going to look back, Mike, and this is going to be one of the most dominating performances in Super Bowl history.
On the podium, it's Commissioner Goodell. He again presents the Lombardi Trophy to the Los Angeles Rams, champions of Super Bowl 60. So that'll do it for another sensational season